Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Good morning. Hope everyone's doing okay. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We've got a comic here. We're going to finish together. Let me go ahead and set everything up. And okay, I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Got some music on. Hopefully, it's not deafening to you all. Tell me if it's too quiet or too loud. But I'm gonna get started here. So this is next week. We've got comic running for Celeste. Comics running, I should say. Celeste is an indie platformer. Came out a couple of years ago now, but Nick and I finally got around to playing it. And this is one of four strips rather, that make up the review. So I started drawing this the other day. Didn't like where it was going, so I'm actually gonna. And I was like, oh, you know what? I probably should do this on stream. So I'm actually gonna redraw some of this real fast, re-sketch out. So I do a few layers here, and you'll notice I have an initial layer I use, which is this like blue layout layer. Then I move on to that sketch you see to the right. Sometimes I separate them if I'm going to reuse some elements later, like I am here. In this case, I just want to. What I really like, I like his face in the third panel. It's a bit more elongated. It's probably a little bit too cartoonish. Haha. It's just the differentiation between those two panels needs to get aligned a bit better. So I'm going to see if I can't fix that. My problem is I just don't do many. I don't do much like face-on work, so it's often hard for me. I just like it's not natural. It doesn't come natural to me. All this side. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing here? All this side. Do much more side art in Super Robinson Bros. As in like the characters are shown from the side. So like when I try to draw from the face, sometimes it's problematic for me. Like by my nature, I want to like exaggerate one eye or something, and when it's just like, oh, it's all so equal, I don't know, I struggle with it. In terms of like the left and right side need to be symmetrical. You'll notice like when I turn them to the side and stuff, like one eye is a little bit smaller, it helps me. I also hate drawing my noses head on. Never felt right to me. They're just like little circles. I mean, it works, I guess. But okay, that's better. He's a little bit more elongated. Still not great, but you see the difference between panel 1 and panel 2. It's closer. I think I still need to fix his eyes a bit. Something's just not right about them. They're not big enough. Maybe I should make one bigger than the other. Again, I'm still learning how to draw head on. I'm forcing myself these days to try different angles and stuff that I wouldn't historically, out of either laziness or I don't know, feeling like I didn't like the look of it. So that's good enough. We'll live with that's pretty bad still. I mean, I think the nose is what threw me off here. I could try doing something like this, where like the nose is off to the side. It's just not what his nose looks like. How do real artists solve? Okay, that looks better. How do real artists solve this problem? That's the question. Okay, we're getting rid of that layer. We're starting from scratch, rather. Here we go. So sorry I'm a little bit late this morning with the stream. We I've been playing Sea of Thieves with Nick. Man, I can't draw a circle today. This is gonna be a rough go of it if I can't even draw eyes correctly. Nick and I have been playing Sea of Thieves with our cousin on weekday mornings here, and this morning we actually finished the Tall Tales series. If you guys played that game, you don't know like the kind of the main story of the game is in the Tall Tales, which you can go on. I've been doing those for the last I don't know couple of months, and just like every Saturday morning, and finally got to the last one this morning, and it took forever. It took like 2-3 hours, but we're finally done with it. I think we're gonna keep playing here and there. There's still a couple more missions and stuff to go on. I tell you, that is a game though that has completely changed from where it started a few years ago. Nick and I reviewed it when we were doing Gamepad Inc. And we liked it, but it you know what? I don't like the way that maybe the ears go into the. Again, still learning how to draw my characters head on. It's just something that I've never really done regularly. And actually, specifically Nick, I've never really drawn him head on. I don't think. But anyways, that game has totally changed. It's now we liked it, but we thought it was really thin on content, and they just Rare spent the last 2 years, 3 years, adding content just piecemeal and more things to do in that world or emergent little encounters to happen upon, and my opinion of that game has completely shifted. It's exactly what we thought though. It was awesome pirate simulator, just needed some content, and well, they heard that. I think I was not alone in voicing that. Not that anyone listens to me, but point is, they heard that complaint, and they definitely solved that problem. There's tons of stuff to do now in that game, and what's so cool is that it's all happening in the world of pirates. So there's always that risk, as you're doing stuff, it's gonna get. What did I do here? I messed this up. Some days you kind of come out the gate and you're feeling good art-wise. Some days, seemingly like today, you struggle to get your rhythm. Which actually, now that I say that, is exactly what this comic's about. So, maybe that's appropriate. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I usually make a separate layer just for Nick's eyebrows, if you can believe it, because I like to move them around a bunch sometimes if I'm not happy with them. I don't want to mess up the art underneath. Oops, looks like I lost. There we go. The head might be a little bit too big. We might have to. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create another layer. So if I have to resize that head, it's not gonna be a problem. Okay. So this is like I said, I think this is, what number is this? This is number 3 of 4 in the Celeste review. Which again is hitting store shelves next week, starting on Monday. Or I guess, no, we're not doing Monday. Tuesday through Friday. It'll hit patrons on Monday. If you're a patron, you get early access to our comics. The whole entire review will be on Monday, whereas everyone else has to wait for them to be released one day at a time. But the kind of general gist of this review. There's kind of like a storyline almost with this review, which is something I haven't done too much of, and I'm excited to try doing some more. And the storyline is basically, and this is true, man. This is exactly how Nick and I work. Storyline is hey Nick, I want to play this game called Celeste, and it's a really hard platformer. And Nick is like, sounds, you know, not necessarily the thing he's up for always or ever. So it's him being skeptical, and me fighting hard to win him over here. And well, I'm not sure. Was I successful? We'll have to read the rest of the strips to find out. Most of these strips, though, were actually done weeks ago, as we prepped to launch Super Robinson Bros. We did this review, and we did. Sorry, man, I am having a hard time today. Usually, I can like knock out hands pretty quickly. Try this. I think this leg is going to impact this. Let's do this leg next. Oh, so anyways, Nick and I did this review and the Prey review actually months ago. Like the most of the work with that, completing those reviews took, and they were kind of serving as our proof of concept for how we wanted Super Robinson Bros to work, and as we tested out kind of like our new pipeline and work process and everything. Might sound ridiculous, but like we had problems keeping consistent with Gamepad Inc. and mostly due to like us underestimating how much work it was going to be. And am I Nick Robinson's bro? Well, sort of. If you're here for Nick Robinson who used to work at Polygon, you're coming to the wrong place. But my name is Nate Robinson, and I have a brother named Nick Robinson, and we make a webcomic together. But it is not the Nick from Polygon. So yes and no. We get that question a lot. So much so that we made an entire command in Discord, kind of deal with some of that confusion. Okay, that took way longer than it should have. Anyways, we use this as kind of the test bed for our new process. And most of these comics were done months ago, but I've ended up having to go back and redraw them because my style has changed, which is, again, really frustrating for me in terms of time spent, but I'm much happier with the results with the recent refix, like the remodels, I guess. But then this, I thought I was done, and this was going to be a 3-strip review, but I ended up coming up with a whole other idea to kind of like bridge the gap between 2 different strips. So I ended up, that's why we're drawing this one kind of at the last minute. I got a lot more practice drawing my character head on, so I'm gonna. This should be easier. Oops. What I need to decide here is, so this strip is basically me playing Celeste and trying to keep my cool while Nick just patiently observes and comments on that. So I gotta figure out when to really have peak anger from me. Obviously towards the end, but like this, this cloud up here, right? Like classic cartoon anger, visible anger, something like that. Should that start here, or should that be something that happens here instead? I don't know. I'm gonna put it here, and then we'll play with it and feel it out. Like there's a lot of stuff. It might be surprising to some. I'm not sure that even when you like come up with a comic like this, you come up with an idea, like it's still left to feeling it out once you actually get it on the page. I think I'm using too big of a pen there. You may hear my dog in the background. At least one of them, anyways. She gets, when she wakes up in the morning, she gets really excited for the day, I guess, and she gets her little squeaker toy. Just goes mad for a good half hour most mornings. It's kind of sweet, if not annoying. Okay. I don't think I want to draw any of the... I might want to draw some of the hand. Like, I need to draw his thumb here. That's good enough. Okay. One of the things I have learned over time is it's not about drawing everything, because you don't need to. Better to kind of keep things fairly clean so that it's readable. Not that you want to like miss obvious lines or anything like that, but why is this hard? It's like I'm not gonna. He probably should have like more of a hand back here, but like, yeah, I don't know that anybody cares, and maybe I should actually have that. So notice I do a bunch of undos. It's because I'm not very good. I don't know about that. If I do that over here, I probably should do it over here. Is that like worse? What do you think, Twitch? Better? Or better? Better? Better. I think I'm going with that for now. Okay. First panel's pretty much done. How does that head? Is that head too big? Actually looks pretty good. I do have a problem though, in that I am too short. Haha! I know that already, but here's what I'm gonna do. I need to move. Nick and I are sitting at different heights, so that's a problem. Either I lower myself or I raise Nick. I think I'm gonna raise Nick. Oh, nope. Okay. Right. Oh, come on. Son of a gun. We go here. Some good looking eyebrows right there. Okay. Now we're on the level, as it were. Okay, much better. And I need to draw a couch behind us. Oh god, I got too many guides. Too many guidelines across all these strips. Let's go here. Okay. I like my couches fuzzy. What can I say? So this is one of those comics that is gonna be I feel guilty about. Because we're gonna steal some art from one panel and kind of apply it elsewhere. But you know what? It's goddamn 2020. This kind of stuff's okay. I'm not the only one who does this. And you know what? If when Super Robinson Bros becomes my full-time job, maybe I can feel guilty about copying stuff from frame to frame. But until then, I got other things going on in my life, so I can't spend all day doing this. That leg looks really terrible in retrospect, so I'm going to adjust it. Shouldn't go that far out. Wait, where should this leg be? It should be like right here, right? Something like that, and then this. That's better. Okay, what have we screwed up yet? What haven't we screwed up yet, rather? I am curious for people who I'm finding Super Robinson Bros when they're looking for Nick Robinson content, because I don't think Nick Robinson from formerly Polygon is big into making comics. So like, where does that confusion stem from? Is it just the name? Or is he linking to things that are similar? I mean, I don't know what's happening. I thought Nick Robinson kind of like went off into the... It seemed like he was exiled. Maybe appropriately so. I've not been keeping up on the Nick Robinson front. Just my Nick Robinson. And even then, I try to avoid him. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to merge these layers. Oops, it's not merging the layers. And then we're going to do the dirty here. We're going to copy this layer. And we're not going to use the entire thing because we do have to redraw quite a bit frame to frame here. But it's going to help make sure that everything is in the same position-ish. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of his arms. This whole thing's coming down. Okay. This song is so good. Some old Chrono Trigger remix. This is amazing. I just put a playlist on. This is awesome. I go back and forth on drawing teeth. Sometimes I just want to leave it like a blank. Like drawing individual teeth, like just sometimes I just prefer to just keep it as like a white bar. You know, just remove the vertical lines there. I don't know. I go back and forth. I look like a pirate. I look like I'm wearing like an ascot. This is going away. This is going away. All this is going away. Okay. I'm not having a very confident drawing day, that's for sure. Maybe it has something to do with doing a stream. Doing it in front of literally nobody. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not good. These things should not be touching. Tangent lines like that make it hard to tell what's going on. So I'll redraw those less important lines in a minute. Oh, I know the problem here. Pinky. Pinky should be off of the controller a little bit. My wife is making waffles in the other room. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I was supposed to, but because of that Sea of Thieves thing that went so long, well, now I'm just sitting here, hungry, smelling amazing waffles, but sacrificing myself for the stream. So don't say, never gave you guys anything. Okay. I actually do most of my art, I feel like, these days, either in the morning or late at night. I guess that's what happens when you do this like as a side hustle, but I actually feel like in the morning I'm typically more on top of the ball. I feel like I'm forcing it today. Okay. 2 panels done, 2 to go. And to be clear, when I say done, I mean drawn, but by no means done. Coloring's next. I hate coloring. I hate coloring so much that Gamepad ink was black and white. And honestly, I don't hate coloring, it's just that I'm lazy about it. So, again, time. Okay, his whole face is getting blown up. So this is probably the hardest panel to draw. We're getting rid of a bunch of... Maybe I can keep some of his face. It's a good face. Other than the first panel, of course, this is probably the hardest to draw because I'm not at all happy. Not at all happy with the look of his face in the sketch layer. Like, that does not look like what I want my characters to look like. But in terms of where he's positioned, it's good enough. I just need to figure this out. So we got some work to do on this panel, on top of drawing Nick again. God, I did that again. Okay. Let's start. That's going away. This is going away. This is going away. Oh, looks like I forgot to grab my inner ear here. Just happens to you, you know, sometimes. Inner ear starts to drift. Yeah, I gotta figure out what his expression's all about. I don't know yet. Not sure about that either. But we soldier on, you know? If all my comics are perfect, no comic would ever get out. That's what I've learned over time. Good lord, just draw an eyebrow. Okay, this is the toughie here. This is the one thing I'm not going ahead into this comic I wasn't sure about drawing. Just because I think his arms are fine, like his body position, but everything about his face I'm just not sure about. So I'm going to draw his arms first because I actually think they're going to hide his face anyways. Like, what's important for this panel is that my character is extremely frustrated, so it's okay if, like, he's gonna put the game first. Sorry, the game takes prominence, and he's like, you know, you get frustrated, you're like, "Arr!" He's doing that. Let's see if I can find a way to screw this up, though. I do like Nick's face there, though. I like that. Just like minding my own business. I'm not gonna try to say something, gets yelled at by me. Just like, fine, okay, minding my own business. Coming back to it, like, well, maybe if you did. I think if there's one thing I'm generally decent at, it's facial expressions. Which, hey, if you're gonna be a comic artist, you can't suck at that. typically. Maybe Scott Adams disagrees. I feel like all the Dilbert characters have the same face, same expressions always, right? Not alone? Also, Scott Adams is a monster, but other than that, he's a great guy. Other than not being able to draw faces and being a hateful troll. Bigot and troll. That was one of the, man, I tell you what, when it became clear that Scott Adams was not a good guy, that's a bummer. I liked, growing up, I read Dilbert. I wouldn't say it was a major inspiration, but I hate seeing with any amount of a voice being, or not just a voice, but being in the public eye, I guess. How am I screwing up this hand? Okay, I gotta. These knuckles need to get drawn. So I'm turning the corner with this hand. In that, like it's coming around. Let me see if I can show off what I'm trying to. This is a tough angle. It's coming around like this, so I need to like show the whole hand. I think, or at least more of it. We're definitely not going to show all the way up here. Oy, 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 oy. That's better, but still not right. Kids, remember this moment when you say you want to be a comic artist, because how do you feel about... hands are hard in the first place. How do you feel about drawing the same hand 50 times until you nail the line you want in your head? It's super exciting. It's just thrilling, really. It's like a Monkey Island remix. Okay, I think that's a relatively decent controller setup. Certainly not worth my time fine-tuning anymore. What else am I missing here? I think that's okay. So now we can wrap up his body. Good lord, Nate, what are you doing? That's my front pocket. I have a realization suddenly that I'm wearing a green hoodie and my character wears a green hoodie, and this is too on brand, and I feel embarrassed. This was not intentional. I am... Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I should start dressing more like my in-comic character to help with brand identification and consistency here. Nick's gonna be really angry about having to wear that same blue shirt all the time. But he's got like 7 of them, so I'm pretty sure this is not a stretch for him. Okay. I need to be extra angry. Here's the question. If I draw some bloodshot eyes here. So I'm extra concentrating. Do I draw big eyes? Are big eyes better here as I'm concentrating? Or are little eyes? I think it might be little eyes. Probably like hollow eyes, actually. I think hollow eyes. What if I just like stretch the eyes? Is that kind of funny? I don't know. I'm glad you like this, Bad Linen. I think that's a good username. I suspect I know who you are, and I think that's a good username. Delightful is not the term I would use, but I'm glad someone's getting some enjoyment out of it. This is more like me procrastinating a comic until the last possible second, so I'm kind of stressed here that this has got to go right, because it's going to go live tomorrow to patrons. Okay. I also want to show like grinding of teeth if I can, like gnashing of teeth. That's not a very good line. All of that is bad. All of that is bad. Undo, 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 undo. Nuke it from orbit. Those eyes, I'm also not sure about those eyes anymore. I think you need to be looking this way. Maybe he's not this? Maybe it's more... Gonna experiment here, guys. Bear with me. Sometimes getting that perfect facial expression is not an exact science. We knew this panel was going to be a bit of an experimentation when we started, so all's fair. Or all's well, I suppose. Ah, palindrome. Damn it. Yeah. Even better. That's a really good username then. Well done, Ben. So these lines are... Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going to probably have to redraw these. They can just copy them all. Ugh. Nope, that's going to be a nightmare. We're just going to undo all of that, and we're going to make this a new layer because... Hot secret tip, I'll show you guys. There's probably a faster way of doing this than someone in this chat could probably tell me, like, oh, you're doing this wrong. It's fine. Tell me. I'm all ears. I'm not against being told better ways to do stuff. But we're going to color these lines. And do it in a way that doesn't, Ooh, is that good? Do we like that? Do we like having a little... I think that's good. Ooh, that's effing creepy. Keep my language in order in case my niece and nephew are watching today. Oh, that is... Oof, man, I don't even want to look at that. I don't want to look him right in the eyes. That's... Oof. That's brutal. So we're going to make another layer here. That is a color layer that'll only apply to the layer below it. And here's that hot secret. I can't wait to see this, so we're just going to do this early. I'm not coloring yet, but brrr. There we go. That's what we can do. And then if we decide we want to change the color without destroying the lines, oh, now he's just nice. He's just relaxed. He's just chill, man. He's looking super chill. We'll come back to that, though. We're doing color. Okay, so there's a few options with his, while I get this ready, there's a few options here with his mouth. I could show him, like, grimacing in just a really, really tight grimace. I could show him gnashing teeth. Could show him, like, with his tongue stuck out, like as if he's concentrating, but that doesn't seem angry enough, so... This line right here, this little guy sucks. He sucks. I don't... Oh, that kills me. I think I might even just remove it, even though someone's gonna realize that it's not correctly... There's like a missing part of the couch there. You know what? Bite me, because that line... What is happening? What is happening? It's so weird how these grid lines, like, or these guidelines kind of shift on you sometimes. Hello? Hello? Oh no, this whole line is bad. This whole line is bad. We gotta move the line. Oh boy. We've made a mistake. We've made a huge mistake. So, my concerns with this are, you want to get... You remember I was creating this couch line early on? I didn't want to put it in a place where it was going to like intersect with another horizontal line or intersect with like my character's brow line there, I guess. And this one's intersecting with all sorts of lines now. We got ourselves... It's either with his nose up here or it's above his nose and now it's just the sliver of a thing on my hair. Oh, this is nightmarish. I think I gotta go up. Go low. Low could work. Let's go high. And just because I can't stop worrying about things that don't matter, I'm gonna put this on a different layer. That way, you know what? If I'm gonna save that for a little bit. We'll come back to that for a reason that I don't feel like communicating, because here I am talking about one line in a comic. And the truth is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna stop. This is what, you know what, it just drives me crazy as a comics artist, because like, or as an artist, I guess. No, it's a comics artist thing, because like, you spend all this time worrying about individual lines and making them perfect. And at the end of the day, people read your comic in, if you're lucky they read your comic. If you're me, they don't read your comic. But those people who do get lucky and people get to read their comics, you just read them in like 2 seconds. Like, it's done. Over and done. You don't, like, I'm not worrying about whether or not my character's beard was perfectly manicured, or that couch line was entirely consistent with the previous couch line. This is why I don't sleep. Ugh, God. Vectors are weird sometimes. Okay. Okay. We're back. We're free. We're free men again. Forgot this line in the controller looks like. This elbow's a little weird. Is it better to make it tighter? Hold, please. The worst is when progress is... This is like a Mario Kart Rainbow Road remix. This playlist is rocking my world. I was not prepared for this. Okay, that's better. That's tighter. That was sloppy before, I think. See, again, things no one cares about. Oh yeah, it's his arm. Why are you still drawing it 10 times? Because if I draw it enough, draw it perfectly, girls will like me. That's why. These streams get dark, don't they? Okay. We're on the right path. Head in the right direction. I have forgotten to draw my hoodie lines. Okay, you know what I'm doing? All this is procrastinating me having to draw this damn mouth because I do not want to draw it. Because I know any version of this is going to be painful and bad. So, ooh, that line is. See, here I go. I'm procrastinating again. I'm funny. Okay, that's better. So, option 1. Ooh, that's not a good option. Okay, option 2. Big sourpuss. Like, just some really, like, scattered line. Actually, doesn't look terrible. It looks hilarious. Easy to draw. Option 3, just gnashing of teeth. You know, maybe I can draw some... That's actually not a bad idea. Doing some, like something like that, you know. Just turn me into a straight vampire here. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna taste test this. I think it is our canon that I am a werewolf. So I think in our A Way Out review, that was revealed. So this really isn't going anyplace new. The more I think about it. Okay, this is bad. I think I need to emphasize this. This half of the lip a bit more. Let that go out like that. This is all going to be hidden behind the controller. Okay, that looks pretty funny. Option 1, let's call it option A. Me with, you know what? I'm already not liking option A. This is probably better, just doing something straight exaggerated. Okay. Option A. I guess that line was important. Werewolf Nate. Option A. Now we're gonna undo everything we just did. I saved it off a different layer. Don't worry. Don't worry, friends. I can hear you gasping right now. But option B, like we just tried, was something like this. God, I almost look like a flippin' dragon. Like a lizard man. Okay, option B. Option A. Uh-oh, did I lose my option A? Son of a... Oh, no, wait. Okay, I can revert. Oh god. This is a moment of truth. I think I saved it. I think I pressed the save button. We could be restarting this entire thing here. This could be very bad. When this line fills, I could either be quite happy that I saved 30 seconds, or I could be quite angry that I lost, let's call it, an hour of work. We're gonna find out together. It's exciting. I'm pretty sure I hit that button. I did! I never doubted it for a second. Okay. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. Okay. What I did was I duplicated that layer and then I undid duplicating that layer. So I'm an idiot. I just discovered a new way to find that out. Okay. So we're saving this layer. And we're going to taste test option B. Making sure I got that still. Yeah, ooh, okay. And I got some Mario Ghost House music. Boy, this is... I hope I'm not getting DMCA'd to hell right now. But this is supposedly, for those of you concerned, a safe playlist for Twitch. Okay. Oh, back to option B. Back to Lizard Man. Something like that. What do we think? You like option B or option A? It's like when you go to the optometrist. Or option C, they're all terrible, Nate. Go back to film school or something. Go be a doctor. What do you think? Yes, I'm glad Bad Linen is also relieved as much as I am. I think I'm liking Werewolf. That is tempting, but okay. This reads more like contempt, whereas this is like seething anger and frustration. Oh, that's both and twice. That's not good. This is more like seething anger, gnashing of teeth almost. Just gritting. Bad Linen likes A better with the eyes, but think B is funnier. Yeah, it might be kind of a weirder look. I'm gonna go with the crowd favorite here until I feel strongly about it. Now, here's the question. We talked about this early on. Do we save the... Do we, at this point, draw heat lines coming off of me, like rage lines, or do we save this little frustration thingamabobber here for now? Like build to that. Let's try that, because I feel like maybe we start off slow. I'm on the wrong layer again. We want here, okay. I'm gonna take this, I'm actually gonna remove it from this layer, make a new layer, paste that layer, copy that layer, that way I can have it here if I want it, if I change my mind, and then we go back over here, and pop it here. Oh no, wait, that didn't do what I wanted to do. I need to put it here. Okay. There we go. I think that's better. I think, taking a step back, I think we have a quiet build here where I'm just frustrated. Nick says something, I get really incensed, and then explode. Instead of being incensed already, like, well, maybe that's not so bad. So many tough choices. Because this is okay. We'll do another option A, option B taste test here. I think I might try with this. Putting this way back. Moving it up. Well, that should be fine because it's behind the couch. This is going to come into play for coloring. But I think if I scale this back just for a second, instead, yeah, like I'm like minorly annoyed here into full-on demonic rage here. I think that works better. Okay, so I'm gonna knock that out for a minute while we rebuild this couch. What happened to my couch? Where did my couch go? There's my couch. Okay. Couch got taller. I think it also, you know what? The other reason why I went higher than lower on this line was that if my character's like now sinking into his seat a little bit, so it heightens and exaggerates that. Like his neck's disappeared, right? Like he is fully doing this. And moving that couch a little bit higher just accentuates it. If we have to move it at all, move it a little bit higher. Maybe I'm being ridiculous all around. So what I'm going to do here, I'll show people what I'm doing. We'll go bang, 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 and go. And we're going to get that effect basically, where it's basically just this gloom cast around the room. You can kind of see what we're going for. And then we pop it up, and we put in some color, especially, let's say we do that, right? Like, that'll look nice, and the rest of this will be nice and like light orange or green or something like that background, and then it just pops red for a frame. I think it'll be good. Just undo that just to keep it together. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? I think we're done with that panel. Almost. Oops, that's the... I think I'm missing something here. I mean, we could do some big anime, like, you know, when it comes time to color this thing, really get me steaming, or I just don't think that looks as good as that, to be honest. Okay, I think we're done with this layer, or this panel. Are there any lines I want to erase? Yes. And then I need to erase something here. Really small. That is a bad, where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I got too many layers going on now. Merge this just to simplify. Oh, there's a stray thing. Any of you guys OCD about your layers? Because I am. Let's put that there. Okay, so this layer is just about those eyes, and that's that thing. I can probably combine those, simplify things. Okay. Oh, right, I was deleting stuff. Why is this impossible to delete? Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. I'm sure chat is screaming at me that there's something, but perhaps not. Let's do that. Part of me wants to have my hair kind of like just like fully frizzed out now or something like that. Like just doing some weird things. Maybe I should draw some sweat. That's good. Boy, he looks terrible. And by he, I mean me. And by terrible, I mean great. Okay. Last panel here. We need to go back and we're going to copy the second panel because that's the closest to what we're drawing here. Oops. Wrong button. Okay. Boy, we're almost done, guys. We gotta do some coloring. Making decent time, I suppose, all things considered. So, all of this is going away. But because I copied the second panel, I gotta keep his hands. Keep your hands where I can see them. And Nick's face is going entirely away. God, finally, we've all been waiting for this. Just erase that guy. Be done with it. Right? I mean, I'm just saying what we're all thinking. Okay. Shake it out. One last panel. And then, you know what? Because you guys are so cool, you've been such a great, helpful audience, I'll even show you the text when I'm done. So I can hear you laugh uproariously from across the internet. Something's weird about this. I need to move. We moved Nick up a little bit. So I need to move my tracing line there a little bit. Here we go. Those eyes are wrong in that sketch layer, so I gotta fix them here. Lots of stuff's wrong here. There we go. Came out of it unscathed. Oh, we're gonna have couch problems again. Oh no. But we'll figure that out when we get to it. That's too skinny of a face for him. Yeah, I'm calling him fat. Hope you're watching, bro. Gonna have some interesting chats later. Okay, so he has to look really meek here. Like, well, maybe, it's just that. Sometimes you draw the same line 10 times and realize the first time you drew it was the best time. And then we cry together. So, insider tip here, or secret, I guess. I still not made peace with how to draw Nick's hair. We had to make a change to how Nick's hair was drawn when I switched styles, and I've just never quite gotten totally comfortable still with the pompadour, or his greased bangs. Ugh. Oh, let's make a new layer because I'm ridiculous. Okay, we're getting there. Something's weird. Something's wrong here. I think it's this line. It was too slanted before. Ooh, but I do not like this tangent here. I'm going to have to fix that here just to... Cool. Erase damn spot. Okay. Now, move that sketch layer back and probably make me a little smaller for consistency's sake. Seems too big. That's better. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, something I've tried to do with the glasses for my character is turn them into subtle eyebrows. So I don't have eyebrows, right? In the comic. And hell, even the ones in real life are just eyebrow wigs. But in the comic, I don't have eyebrows at all. So I have to find ways to communicate emotion, kind of body language, without them. And I have eyelids, obviously, and I use those. Like when we've been drawing anger in the last few panels, but I've, some stuff, even just simple lines like this helps. But what's really cool is I've been starting to try to move the actual shape of the glasses just slightly. I tried doing it more overtly and it doesn't quite work. Just like slight flexes to the shape of them make a big difference. Make me look more like wide-eyed or focused or whatever. I have definitely more to learn with that, but I like experimenting with it. There's a slight bend to these that point them inward in anger. Okay, maybe this is the panel where he explodes. God, so many options. I think that works. Come on, vector line, go away, go away. I didn't draw with vectors for a very long time because of this exact problem. That they play by their own rules. Like, sometimes vector lines just do not want to do what they're told. Like, can I rate this one? Nope. There's something about this intersection that... Oh, there it goes. It's the home stretch, boys and girls. Oh, that's... Sometimes you don't know how it looks until you finish it. I'm not happy with that mouth perfectly just yet, so... It needs to come down a little bit. Oh. Again, more stuff, more fun with vectors here. Nope, don't want you. Don't go away. I've not learned how to like deselect. I'm still relatively new to drawing with vectors. Oh, you stupid line. Go home. Are you too good for your home? Like, I think that might end up... maybe not. Maybe that is okay. I don't know what else I would do here. I'm gonna try something real fast. Don't worry, we have saved all this. In case I want to come back to it. Come on. Other option is to do it up here. Which might be better. My dog is hanging out in my lap. I don't know if stream, can you see my dog? Freya? There she is. Hi, Freya. She's a fiend for pets. She knows the best place to go for that is your crotch. Because you can't ignore her. There's a whole lot of teeth right there, and that's a scary thing. So you pet her until she's satiated. Okay. I think this might be better. We're gonna do another taste test. I don't usually do this this much taste testing, but I'm feeling particularly indecisive today, so. What is happening over here? Well, she didn't get all the pets she wanted, I guess. Hopefully you can not hear her barking her head off into the room. Ugh. Blech. Don't like any of that. What if I get rid of that line and just have it be... Oh boy, that was a terrible tongue. Sometimes my hands, they do their own thing. We just go simple. I look like... I don't know if I look angry so much as I look like I'm like belting out a solo now. Hitting that high note karaoke. just yeah, buddy. Ridiculous. I don't think I exactly nailed that look. Boy, that looks terrible now in comparison too. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to reevaluate some life choices here. How does this not look angry? What am I doing wrong? Let's try one more thing. Okay. That one more thing I mentioned is I really don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the upturned upper lip that I'm missing. Honestly, so much of facial expressions is just this. Just experimenting until you get something you like. I think it might be that upper lip. Because that just looks like, hey y'all, come on down to the country store, got your hootenanny and your square dancing. So that's out. That's unfortunate. I thought we were in the home stretch, and now we're back into the weeds. I think it's that line. I think that line is right, but golly, Nate, come on. So much of this looks good, but I'm struggling. Like I'm not worried about this. I can already see that line in my head. It's this. How do I connect these that I'm having a problem with? I guess maybe it's just as simple as this. Maybe it's just the eyes that are making him look more like a crooner than a... Okay. This looks decent. I think this looks better than this. Looks better than this. Hey y'all! Hee-yaw! Hee-yaw. I just said hee-yaw. It's yeehaw. What is wrong with me? This is... You need proof that... I'm not at the top of my game today. That's it. Okay. I'm going to make one quick alteration because this line's too thick. Now, you know, here is where... Probably where, like... This should be... But actually, you know what? As I do that, that should be on that layer. So that we can color it. Without polluting the rest of this. And actually, I'll make the line bigger because it shouldn't blend in with the rest of them. Okay, we're almost there, boys and girls. Let's figure out our couch. See, that's where it should be, and that's right on where Nick's bottom eyelet is, which is not what we want. So we're gonna go a little bit lower. Could keep it where it was actually in the previous frame. There's a slight tangent there, but it's probably okay. Okay. I think we got something we can go to war with. This, all of a sudden I'm having problems. I don't like this line. So, oops, wrong layer. Like that looks better. Fortunately for me, do I want to draw any lines like this here, or does it start looking like some... Damn it, I'd probably do. Now I gotta do all of this. Oh, good lord. Gesundheit. The sneeze heard around the world there. Oops. My dogs are also wrestling in the background. Okay. Copy that. We gotta go back and apply it to every damn panel. I could redraw it, but I don't trust myself today. That couch is all sorts of weird. Should that couch line be like half as tall? Let's okay, one thing at a time. One thing at a time, Nate. New layer. Paste. Merge. Bam! Look at that. My dog does not like that. Done. With one. Oh, wait. I didn't pick up that other line. Looks like this line. I replaced this one as well. The whole reason we started down this ridiculous road. Okay. Such a glamorous thing here. Oh no, what have I done? Gotta do it. All this surgery, every frame. But then we get to do some coloring after I figure out the couch situation, which is patently ridiculous. I know. Probably fine. Hello, where are you? There you are. Come on. There you go. Okay. We have to fix this. That's... Oh, right. We kept that there, which means I need to get rid of this. Because we went with the gloom instead. Right. Okay. Or did we? I forget if we... Maybe that's better. Maybe that's a better build. Like a crescendos now instead of... It starts nice and innocently enough. Okay. Last thing to figure out here before we color is this couch line. It's been giving me problems every time I've drawn it because it's just kind of in my business. But what if we... What if, in a world where the couch was shorter... This is like It's Wonderful Life, where you find out what the impact of that couch's life actually is. Does it matter? Yeah, let's just say like we do it here. Let's just say... Let's just have some fun with that. Let's just say we did it there. What then? Is that so bad? It's ruining everything. It's ruining everything. Is that so bad? Does that solve our problems? It's just, it's killing me in this third panel. Like, it just looks really weird around my character's head. Oh, Lord. Let's try it. Oops. Again, keep making the same mistake. Okay. Let's just say the couch is here. What does that do to you? Looks good. And hey, what if couch were here? That works great. Solves my problem. The tangents, this is working out pretty well. Just need to fix it here because we redrew so much of this panel that all the stuff doesn't align anymore. Okay. And then last test before we color. I'm tired. Oof. All this just not to draw a line again. Seems kind of ridiculous, right? In fact, why am I doing this? Because I could totally... I'm an idiot. I could have totally just used that guideline on every layer and had no problems. Well, we've come this far. Started from the bottom. Okay. Now I just need to go back and clean up these fuzz markers. Probably redraw them. Because they're spaced weirdly now. I got one more thing I need to do. Line's just a little thin. Okay, fuzz. Okay. Oh, Lord. This couch is going to be the death of me. I'm not bothering with copying this layer anymore. I'm just going to draw some fuzz lines. Doesn't have to be perfect. Literally, if anybody writes me saying my fuzz lines don't line up, you're getting blocked. I'm telling you now. Don't line up panel to panel. I'll tell you what to do with your fuzz lines. Such a glamorous lifestyle. Is there a duplicate here? Oops. Okay, we're done. We just need to color now. My least favorite part of the comics is coloring. I recognize, I've accepted that they're necessary because originally, again, I started without coloring because I was so bad at it. It gave me great shame, but I just made peace with the fact that I had to get better, and so now I'm doing it. But I don't have to like it. I'm a big fan of pink couches. Okay, now we gotta go do the really annoying part, which is cleaning up all the gaps that didn't fill in. I don't know what happened to that ear, but I kind of don't care. No, I care, I care. What am I saying? Of course I'm OCD. I'm not gonna let this ear go. Cool. Back to coloring. You might think like none of this stuff matters when you get to the bigger scale of the actual comic, but like if you don't fix it, the background will bleed through and not so great. I think that's it. Got some black here in the eyes. Then we're gonna do some shading. I am not a practitioner of great shading. I'm always trying to get better. I do very simple stuff. This is the part of the program where everyone's like, oh my god, I don't have the patience for this. At least that's where I bail out. That's why I didn't do coloring for so long. It's just like, I'm done with the comic. Drawing is the fun part. Coloring is the boring part. Okay. You can see I missed a couple spots. Coloring. Trying to solve that here momentarily. Oh, right, and I need to... Oh, I got an idea. I've recently switched how I draw Nick's shirt here. If I make this this... Oh, okay, that doesn't solve it. It's a good idea. Is that showing up if I do that? I don't think it is. Yeah, it looks the same as a shadow. So I need to make it... Why is that showing up like that? I guess I don't want to make it this. No. I feel like that should be showing up darker. Something like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's a bad one. Ah, nuts. I used raster layer here, fortunately, but I don't care to fix it. Faster to just erase than redraw. Okay, back to shading. Okay. Shading takes like all my mental concentration. Again, just not used to thinking in color. I think this is a Sonic remix. I'm sure there's been a lot more remixes than I'm picking up on here, but these are the ones that I'm... Okay. Hesitant to actually give me shadows behind me on the couch because I'm a little bit off of the couch. I'm leaning away from it. So like this line I kind of want to go away from. Okay, I think that's good. Let's do the background here. Nice. Seem to be like a light green or something. Nice, and we want it to be pleasant to contrast what is to come. Oh, looks like I forgot to color their eyes. Always forget. Whoa, God, what is that? Why is that? I don't know why that's doing that. I don't care to find out. Not gonna debug that. Why is that doing that? I guess I might have to debug that. It should totally be... It should not be... Oh, because I just totally didn't. I just changed the blend. Okay. Or the fill type. Okay. Maybe it should be a little bit darker. More of like an olive. That's better. Okay, so here's the real question for me, because I, again, hate coloring. Do I want to... Can I, rather? How much of the coloring can I copy? Because a lot of it is the same. Why is it doing that? Why are these... Oh, did I grab that layer? Okay. Why is this not visible, though? Oh, it's because it's all moved over. That's why. Duh. Okay, we got some cleanup to do here. That's weird, though. More than I would have thought. The panels are like basically identical. Makes me think I missed something, but maybe not. Just going to do all this. What? Sure. But wait a minute. No, what? Why? Why am I having problems with it? How about we just make that the reference layer? No? It should not be doing this. Like now if I go back to... No, that won't do it. Why are you being this way? What setting do I have wrong? Oh, okay. I darn figured it out. Remember when I said maybe I missed something? I wasn't wrong. I might want to try something new with my mouths here today. In fact, I know I definitely need to fix this line. That needs to go away. And all of this black is going to go away too. I had an idea. Well, rather I saw some cool art that I liked the other day. That, in terms of how they were doing their mouths, that made me think, well, I can do that. So we're going to try something here. What is going on? No, okay. That's just extra lines. That's fine. No, there's something wonky about this dot here. Oh, it's because it's color. There we go. Okay. Okay. Whoa, what is going on over here? Boy, this panel has been a... What? It's been a frustrating one. It's like haunted. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Back on track, I hope. I'll come back to you in a second. I'm gonna finish up fixing all the shading that went awry. All of this is bad. Okay. Okay, let's test this out, shall we? Something weird happened with the transition of this color. I don't know what to think just yet, but okay, let's try this. Let's try this new coloring scheme for the mouth. So what I want to do is start with a dark red. Where is this line coming from, do you think? Why? How is this a... What? Oh, okay. That's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, dark red. Then... I have to think this through because I'm not smart. Pick a line. Pick a spot. Let's say here. And then we fill this in with a lighter red. Really, I probably should go even darker than this. This is learning. This is experimentation here. Trying something different. Yeah, I got some definition now to like the inside of those lips. It's kind of terrifying. It looks like a... What are this Demigorgon from? It's like we're getting one step closer to just like. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I am spotting a couple places I need to shade still. Okay, 2 panels done in here since you guys are watching. We'll do some bubbles. I used to be really precious about not covering up art with bubbles because I work so hard on it, damn it. But as I've gotten older, and I like to think better, realize that don't matter none. Just about making it legible, readable, what works best. I do need to give myself a bit more room though here. Okay, and then we're going to do something. Actually, my headphones are about to die. So let me quickly switch so I can keep sharing my infinite wisdom. Is this working? Is the music really quiet or is this not working? It's just really quiet, okay. I just got a hot tip from my buddy Ben telling me that I missed Nick's shirt lines. And Ben, I owe you a drink. I can't believe you're still watching this. Thank you. You were absolutely right. Make a cartoonist out of you yet. Thank you, Ben. Okay, that's looking good. Now, back to coloring. Sometimes I wonder if it's even saving me any time copying that color, because I swear to God, it takes me just as long to fix it all. Okay, so how did I miss that last time? I feel like I must have grabbed the wrong layers, but oh, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna do this, or maybe we won't. We'll figure it out if we're doing that gloom stuff at all here. Okay, this layer, and this layer need to come with me. There's like something weird just going on here. Oh, it's because Nick's face got redrawn. That's why. Okay. Derp. Oh no. Let's keep that on for a second. It's all going away. Okay. Actually, all you need to go away too. This double green is confusing me here. Okay. Nope. Oh god. Well, we'll just get the colors in, and we'll figure out the shading in a second. But shading is all wrong. Oh god, it's like a camo shirt all of a sudden. Okay. Got the rough. Do we do this? Do we do a little bit of that? Or is it better to have them white and then red in the center? Maybe the white and the red in the center. But we'll play with it a little bit after we get everything else situated and get rid of this really distracting shading. Fix the colors. Gotta fix some of these missing spots. Yikes! What happened over here on this ear? Wouldn't kiss my mother with that ear. Good lord. Bet you didn't know cartooning was an endurance sport, huh? I'm starting to tire. Usually I take breaks in the middle of these things, though. So, this is me powering through. I really don't like the way that looks. I feel like this whole line... Oops. This one and this one. Is this a bad look? It just looks so soft. I don't remember if I copied that or not. It looks like maybe I did. Maybe I don't want to change it because I have to go back and change it everywhere at this point. Maybe I'll wake up in a dead sweat tonight, remembering that I want to change that, and we'll go back and redraw everything here, but not feeling that urge right now. Man, I still appreciate having people looking over my shoulder, catching my errors here. I feel like I don't usually get any level of QA on these things. I appreciate that. It has happened before that I've forgotten Nick's lines on his shirt and had to place a comic that had already been published, like on our site, and just quietly hopes no one cares, because the truth is, nobody but me does. It's not meant to be self-disparaging, that's just meant to be the truth. I thought we had a line over here before. Must have lost it. Okay, what are we doing? We're shading. What is this song? Okay, let's have some fun with these eyes, shall we? So, we created this layer. Do that. Now, we need to just clean that up a little bit. Get the bloodshot eyes out of the glasses, out of the eyelids. Okay. Do we want to color any more things red? Oh, did I put that on the layer? Is that on? Oh. Is this a good idea? And this black? Jesus, that is... Forgot how hard it was to look at this panel. It's terrifying. I'm tempted to get rid of these lines entirely. Just try something else here for a second. Hold, please. I have an idea. Oh, that was right. I just don't want to. I don't want them red. Wait, are these in this layer? Where is this red coming from? Gotta do some cleanup here. Apologies. Okay. Back on track. Do I get rid of all of this? Just go bigger with it? I think so. This feels more true to my style. Maybe with a something like that in the middle. But I think that middle should be black. Probably. Was I drawing in red? Hey, you dummy. What is happening? What is happening? Oh, that's because these guys are red all over the place. It's invisible red, but it's there. Okay, let's just get the blacks right, and then figure out the reds in a second. I lost my delicate touch there. There we go. Come on. Okay, now let's figure out the color. I like that. I think that looks okay. And then in here, I have another idea. Oops. Just a nice, soft, just a hint of more bloodshot. This might be too much. We'll have to play with this here. This frame is going to keep me awake at night here, one way or another. Either finishing it, being happy with it, or just remembering these eyes staring at me in the dark. Okay, I mean that's just a little bit too much. I can just do a little faint hint of it. Just a bit more, oops, just a bit more over here. Don't want it to look like I have a rouge on or something. I gotta make sure I get rid of all that color, just to be sure I got it all. Okay. Better without, better with. What do we think, chat? Better with? Better without? Better with? I think better with. It's truly terrifying. Okay. Going for it. And the punchline reveal. Okay. Last panel. We go back to panel 2. Grab the colors again. My brain is fried right now. I can get rid of these variants. Oops. Okay, you and you and you are coming with me. Okay. In for the killing blow here. Oh, it looks like we got some more mouth learning to do. That sounds terrible. Should not say the phrase mouth learning ever again. But some learning on how we're going to do these interior of these mouths. Another chance to apply our new technique. Our new hot mouth tech. Deploy it. Okay. What's up these lines here? Look like little whiskers. This little peach fuzz. It's like he's a 6th grade again. Actually, what am I saying? He still can't grow a beard. That's right. Come at me, bro. You wish you could have luscious chin locks like this. Your kids don't tell you yet, but they're pretty sad about it. Their dad can't compete with these this beard, I guess. I'm losing my mind. What am I talking about? I don't even know. My wife is laughing at me, and understandably so. Okay. My I've definitely lost. My hands are just tired right now. Okay, back to the well. Let's grab some colors. Go to town. Oop, wrong layer. Grab more colors. Doesn't matter. Grab more colors. Grabbing the last color. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Probably will have to learn how to do that better, but for today, that suffices. Do some more experimenting with it. And I'm missing something. What am I missing? There's like some continental drift going on here. Whoa. This is always a danger when you cheat, like I've been cheating with applying or copying the color. It's like just like a couple pixels here and there. Look, let's see this ink over here. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What am I doing? Bleeding into the shirt. Like I just missed it by a pixel or two, which can cause cascading effects across the entire page here. But I don't see. Looks like maybe it happened here too, but I don't think it's a big deal. Still gonna fix it because that's what I do. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. Let's go ahead and color this. Separated that out because I wanted to do this. Actually, I might do some fill here. It's not quite. Oh, that is 1000% not what I'm looking for. Is this better as a yellow? Maybe it's just bad. Maybe that's the secret. Oy, oy. We're gonna try one more thing with this. See if I can't fix it. I think I just drew some bad lines. We're gonna use black. That might be a good idea, Nate. Keep it in a separate layer. Round off these edges because that's the problem, I think. Maybe it should be bright red. Just testing some stuff. But yeah, my hand is having a tough time. Either my pen is dying. Be either. Oh, it's because my brush is way too big. Yeah. I don't think I like that. Okay. That's the joke. Oh, I'll give you a second to save yourself from the bellyache I just induced. Like most things creative, when you first conceive of it, you love it. I still think I like this comic, but as I've been doing it here, I like it less and less. Looks like I need to fix some of these letters. So what I'm doing is varying. There's in this font and most good comic fonts. There's various different versions of different letters. So you can kind of, where you're repeating them a lot in close proximity, you can trigger to like alternate version, with caps, so that they don't look quite so similar. I just broke it up so that, like, for instance, this S doesn't look the same as this S now, even though they're the same font. And it just kind of helps keep it. I like it. I don't know if it does anything really, but keeps it, I don't know, different. Keeps it not looking like I'm using a font. It looks more hand spun, I guess. We're gonna have some fun with this. I think. Try. We might have to. This might not work. I'm a little bit worried about space right now. As in, like, the space of this panel. Not so much the eventual hate death of the universe. Not today, anyways. Like, this bubble has to get really small. Still cutting Nick off. That's part of the joke. But honestly, this is one of the biggest reasons I love Clip Studio versus Photoshop. Like, just being able to, see this whole charade has to go away because it's just there's no room for it, unfortunately. So all that time we spent on it, just super worth the effort. Yeah, this is a tight fit, isn't it? Okay, I think we might be done. We kind of have one. Did want to play with the gloom on this panel to see if maybe we have this right here, which we could still use. just think it might be too much. It might be better to... Okay, you guys want to go high concept with me a little bit? What if... What if... Okay, we've already got color in the background, so all I need to do... is just find something in between that green and red. So, what's between green and red on the color wheel? Yellow, orange. So I think you just build. Here's an option. We start out green and we go to red. Is that too highbrow? Is that too high concept? I kind of like it. Subtly builds. Do you want to do gradients on this at all? Is that a good idea? So for instance, yeah, I think so. Just something, give it some depth. And then we're done. Then we're done. Other way I know we're done, seemingly the base just dropped. I want to just barely be there, but just something to give some depth to the top of the panel. Okay. I think we're done. I think that's it. Just one last thing I suppose I could try. Like, just having some fun with the colors on the fonts. I don't think I want to do the whole thing. I think that would be just too much. Well, I don't know. Is anyone still watching this? I'm curious. I think it's better this way. It's already so over the top of that third panel. There's already so much red in that last one. And I like that he's just straight yelling it instead of like really screaming it, just yelling really loud. Okay, cool. Well, that's it. So this is, again, one of 4 strips that will be running next week for our Celeste review. I hope you've enjoyed watching me do this, and I certainly have appreciated the feedback you guys have given me, some good ideas, and certainly some QA. So look for this next week, but also 3 more strips that kind of round out our coverage, our video, our podcast, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, that's it. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to go not be in this chair. So have a good one. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.